We're live.
Indeed we are.
Hello? Must be Monday.
Are you sure?
Must be.
Must be.
I'll look at the cards, see if they can tell me what day it is. Hello folks, wherever you are. Where are you? Where are you? Are you there? Are you there? Welcome to the Destiny Hour with Paul, live from Johannesburg, the jungle, the jungles of Johannesburg. Yes, welcome, 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 welcome. I'm a psychic, guidance counselor, life coach, and Shay's dad.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Shay.
Hello, Paul.
How are you?
How are you?
I said first.
But how are you?
I'm fine. Ish. Can't wake up. Can you? It's like no energy. I don't know what happened. So, that's what I've got to say. No energy. Don't know why. But you don't want to hear my woes, do you?
I can if
Do you want to hear my woes?
if you want to.
You'll be crying. I don't want you to be crying. Folks, my little marshmallows, don't be crying for me. Don't cry for me, little marshmallows.
Don't cry for me, Argentina.
You can't say that, Shay, because we get banned.
You can if you say it, you can't if you sing it.
What if you sing it with a different accent? So if you sang Don't Cry For Me, Argentina in a Pakistani accent, would they ban you?
Probably.
Oh. What about a Zulu accent?
Yes. But
Don't
you,
cry for me.
if you
Yeah?
sing it in a completely different tone and key, maybe you'll get away with it.
But they haven't got copyright on the words.
You never
You
know.
mean? Do you know what I mean? Anyway, what do you want? What are you looking at, folks? Why you keep staring? I was going to share some wisdom, but I forgot. Don't ever turn 32, Shay. It's changing. It changes things. And this wire's getting on my nerves as well. What are you doing? Stupid wire. What did I want to say?
I don't know, I can't read your mind.
The winds of change are blowing through Johannesburg. Like that. That's what it sounds like to me. I suppose they're going to copyright the fact that I did the wind.
I don't think so.
Winds of very windy. It almost blew my wig off today, Shay. You know, this morning I did a perm. I had a perm, an afro. It was quite hot. Look at it now. It's the wind. I'm waffling, folks. I know. But don't care. It's my show. What was that? It sounded a bit rude.
I know.
There's no passing wind on my show. on my show.
It's the arm to hold Instagram. Wave to your viewers on Instagram.
Hello, viewers on Instagram. How many? 2.
But many more on YouTube and Facebook.
Hello, folks, wherever you are in the world. Taking your questions on anything in this life. The whole idea is to make you feel better or more guided. If indeed you know somebody that needs help or assistance, why don't you share us? Maybe we can help somebody, save a life, and affect a life. That's what it's all about. It's all about helping people. And with that, my little marshmallows, let me open the shop. Shop.
So, someone asked a really weird question. We're going to start...
I do weird questions.
Oh, but I don't understand what they said. We're going to start with YouTube. Daria says, good evening, Paul and Shay. My dog Luna has become aggressive to the point where the other day she caused my dad to fall down. It's become difficult to manage her, and we've considered giving her away to somebody who can better care for her. Do you think we should find her a new home, or will things get better with time?
That's a good question. It really is. Is the dog inside a lot? That's the problem. The dog's frustrated. I know we've got we got a feral cat that lived in the garden, and we both started feeding it, and we tamed the cat. It took a long time because he still had these wild instincts. This is little George, and even now, and that's some 2 years down the line, he can't sit inside. He prefer to go outside. That is the issue. That's what I'm picking up even before I'm looking at cards, that the dog needs to be outside. Then I don't feel Luna is an inside dog. Yeah. I think that if you can't get the dog outside more, I don't know if you're in an apartment, then it's probably wise to give the dog its freedom. But it's an outside dog and it gets frustrated. So, shame, I do feel for you.
Okay, next question is from Angelo, who says, hello Paul, there's mice in my home. How did they get in there? I'm paranoid and I can't sleep, and I called one of the mice today from a trap I got. Will this stop?
You caught one. It depends. If it was a humane trap, or you captured the animal, or was the traditional mouse trap that you killed it, that's a big thing. The trouble is when mice get in, they make a home. That's the short end of it. I don't know if the seasons are changing where you are, but they're obviously seeking warmth and food. So what you've got to do is you've got to go to war, and you've got to lay down mice food and traps everywhere. And particularly be around the fridge, in the cupboards. They're like cupboards. It will clear up, but you've got to go to war. There's got to be traps everywhere. One time I put peanut butter on a trap when I was somewhere else, and the peanut butter, they like that. You've got to go to war on this because it will get worse. You will win, Angela. Sorry, I know I'm waffling, but you will win. You've got to go to war.
Next question is from Rohan, who says, will my dad get his worker compensation for hearing lost at a job site? The court case is still ongoing.
Name?
Rehan.
Rehan. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Your dad lost his hearing. Will he what?
Will he get his workers' compensation for hearing loss?
Yeah. The next 7 weeks are very critical. So I don't know if there's going to be postponements or what. But yeah, justice will be served in favour of your dad. So he's got to be a bit patient. And I just hope he can prove that it was the job. That's the whole thing. And it wasn't genetic. That's my only concern. But I feel that if he can prove that, the workman's compensation should kick in. But it's about 7 weeks.
Just a second. Natasha says, hello Paul, I'm back. I'm backed up 3, about to be 4 months on rent. When will I get enough finance? When will I get to a place where I'm financially cushioned?
Natasha, I know. I feel that pain. I'm sorry.
That's very rough.
It is rough. There's no doubt about it. I think this is your last month of that. It doesn't get worse than this. And I know you're probably going to have to think about something drastic, whether you move in with somebody or get somebody to share the rent with you. Possibly even move back home if that's all possible. But to catch up 4 months rent on your budget is going to take till the end of the year. And I don't know if you've got the patience, or the landlord has got the patience for that as well. But you're going to have to go back to the drawing board, Natasha, and decide if you can sublet, move back home. I think that is probably the best solution for you. But I think it's going to take a good 3 months for you to breathe again. Sorry, baby.
Derek says, how are you two beautiful souls? That's very sweet.
Derek?
Why do I feel sick, Paul, and not hungry, and when will I all recover?
Why does he feel sick and not hungry? Oh, Derek, that's not nice. That's not nice at all. Okay. I'm feeling your stomach. That's what I'm feeling, Derek, your stomach. Something's making you sad. Something's making you sad, and I think that's putting you off your food and wearing you down. But I am getting your stomach as being a problem. Now, I think you've got to stop coffee and cola. Okay, it's tough. Stop it. Okay, and I want you to drink water. I want you to flush your system 3 days. And I want you to have yogurt. And I know some guys go, oh, yogurt, that's a girl's. No, yogurt. Okay, I want the probiotics, that's a nice word, isn't it? To get down and start cleaning your system. They do that, little probiotic guys. But water, you need to flush your system, essentially. I think there's a few toxins in you, and that's what's going on. But something's making you sad. I don't like it. I'm not entirely sure you're happy with your day-to-day activities, whatever you do. Something's making you sad. The way to do that is detox. Water. Okay, it's 2 liters a day. All right. And some yogurt. And by next Destiny hour, you'll be whistling.
Okay, we'll make this the last 2 on YouTube and then we'll move on. Saint said, did my tattoo artist do a bad job? I don't know if it will fade very soon. You may need a retouch in some years. Thank you.
Who's this? Saint. Shay does tattoos. Okay. Just that's her job. Tattoo artist. And the skin is alive. Skin is alive. It lives, it breathes, it moves, it regenerates. So any kind of ink can have a reaction, and it does. So quite often Shay is touching up the way the skin's grown and moved, the way it's taken it into the body.
The way it's healed, the way you've been taking care of it. Yeah,
if you haven't been Vaselining it and taking care of it. So it is going to need a touch-up, but it's kind of part and parcel of a lot of tattoos. So don't think that they've done a bad job, because I don't believe they have. I think it's a bit of a shock to you wearing a tattoo. It can be, and then you can start to notice things. And it can get on your nerves. But touch up, Shay's doing it all the time. It's part and parcel of tattooing. No problem.
Last question on YouTube, and we're going to move on. Ishika says, hello Paul and Shay. Do you see my connection with IP being a short-term thing, or does it have long-term potential?
Aisha.
Ishika.
I'm changing names. Sorry. Is it a short-term or long-term? It depends on how they treat you, and it's money. So if you're comfortable with what you're earning now, then it can be a long-term thing. But my feeling is that you would want to better yourself. So for the foreseeable future, the rest of this year, it's looking solid. But I think the power lies with you if you want to, not with them, with you, if you want to stay or you want to move on and better yourself. I think it's a good opportunity if you've got the financial patience. Yeah? I would stay and grow. It's not always about the money. It's not.
Is it not?
It's not. Sometimes it's about the probiotics, Derek. What?
I don't know what you're talking
Sometimes it's about the wind. Can I go?
We're gonna move
Oh,
on.
it's Pepsi time.
Jumping over to Instagram, ThugGF says hello Paul and Shay, how
Yo.
are you? I just want to know how the rest of the year will be. Please stay safe.
Thank you. The rest of the year. Had enough of this year, have you? I get it. I get it. The rest of this year. Something's making you sad. Is it money? 5 came up 3 times. 5. Okay, so there is a sadness related to money, I believe. I think you're feeling a bit sorry for yourself as well. Wee bit. That's okay. I understand, but we need to get back on the horse. Get back on the horse, and something's upsetting you as well. I don't know if it's a past relationship that's you keep thinking of, it's bringing you down, or indeed that coupled with money is a terrible combination. So I am to tell you that you need to stop staring at the phone or the computer, and you need to get out a lot more. There is a depression about you. This is why I'm doing this. And I need you to go for walkies and get out. If you stay where you are, indoors, my feeling is just going to get a little bit worse. You've got to find things to make you happy. Little things. Try and stay off the phone or the interweb, because that can also wear you down. You've got to attack the blues with aggression, and that's walking around outside. You've got to get some fresh air. You do that, and then it's going to be a better year.
Okay, we're going to move over to Facebook. Mlanjana says, hello Paul and Shay, sending love and light. Would kindly appreciate some guidance. I want to free myself from a situation. This is really affecting my mental health. I'm just sending love and light your way.
Okay, thank you. That's very kind of you. When you're down and you're sending love and light, it's quite special actually. So, stop. Yeah, you're fighting too much. You've got. Do you think he's South African?
Mlanjana is a lady.
Do you think she's South African?
I believe she is.
Okay. I'ma move. I'ma get your butt out of that situation. Please. And soon. No later than October. I think it's a family issue and it's too much. I want you out come October. So the next 5 weeks, I'ma get out of town, please. It's not going to get better. And I do feel there's a total control issue. So whether there's an older person that you've got to show respect, the African culture, show respect, you're not allowed to back chat, and it's just one-way traffic. Don't do this, don't do that, you must do this, you must do that. And there's part of me that wants to say, I'm a footsack like that. That's what I want to do. And there's a Western African thing going on here. I don't like it. I think you're a Western girl, baby. And I want you out because you're going to have no peace. Next 5 weeks, I'm challenging you to get out away from this. And I wish you luck.
Just a moment. People are not patient tonight.
Not patient tonight. Well.
Next question, we can move over to She changed her question.
Do you want me to dance while you...
Priyanka says, hello Paul and thank you very much for your guidance. I planned to change my career. Should I be utilizing the months ahead to focus on the change, getting a job in this field, or continue with my old job?
I want you to stay put, Priyanka, because, you know, I know you want change, but you've got to be more specific. And that's the problem, because if it's like if you go to a restaurant and the waiter says, what do you want? You go, just something different. You know, he might give you egg and chips. Do you know what I mean? And I need you to, you know, when you're in a state of I can't think of the word. When you're in this state, okay, you want change. That's fine. But you've got to be more specific, and until that time, you're to stay put, because you're going to make a mistake, and you're likely to regret it. So I want the patience and more thought to go into this before you move. Okay.
Okay, moving on. Tapasleen says, hello Paul, greetings from Canada. What will the next 3 months be like for my career? Do you see a big, positive, major change coming through?
Tapasleen, hello, Canada.
I don't think I can speak properly tonight. My goodness.
Do I see a major change coming? A major change. Are you looking for a promotion or some more responsibility? That could possibly happen. If you're going to go rock and roll and quit, I don't think that's the way. But I do think you've been noticed. I think you may well get more responsibility. Yeah. I hope I've answered you.
Next question. Duduzile says, good evening, Paul and Shah. I hope that you're both well. Didn't make it to the interview second round. Is there anything you see coming soon?
You didn't make it. Oh, Dudu, I'm sorry. Well, you've got to, you know, it's disappointing, Dudu. But, you know, you did it. You tried. You know, and you've got to be positive that you did try. You know, the universe sees that you're trying and you're trying to better yourself. So you've got to keep on. And keep putting those resumes out. Keep telling the world that you're available. I do think you're going to have some good news. Maybe in another 2 interviews time to do. So, you know, it's disappointing, but you know, you can't let it get you down. You've got to get back up and get out there. Let the world know Dudu is in town.
I can't pronounce this person's name. Piyu asks, hello Paul, when will communication happen between Tony and me? It's a blocked situation.
Piyu.
I don't know how to pronounce.
The question is, why is it blocked? Right? Was the arguments... I think communication could happen within the next 5 weeks. I'm more likely to think touching September. But it's okay breaking that block, but have you guys really learned why it is that you broke up in the first place? So in this time, you've got to do some soul searching and rethink, why did we fight? What did I do wrong? And try and analyze that. Because, if he phoned tomorrow, the same thing is going to happen. So you've got to learn from this silence.
She said, no fight, I want a friendship reunion.
Well, that doesn't make sense. Why did you just move away? I don't get it. And if he's a friend, why is it blocked? So perhaps there's more to it than that. Maybe there's feelings involved. But usually friends, if it's anything, you remain friends. But obviously there's something more to it. So I need you to think about that.
Okay, I'm going to make this the last one on Facebook and then we're going to move on because we've got a lot to get through. Suzanne says, hello from Egypt. May I please ask if it will work out with me and my current love interest, please?
Suzanne, hello baby. If it will work out. It's looking good. I don't want you to be impatient, okay? Whatever you do in this life, you've got to give your best, right? So give your best to the relationship, and then, hopefully you'll get the best out of him. See? So, it's looking good. Don't hold back, baby. Good luck.
Okay, moving on to Instagram. Brianna says, hello, I hope you guys are doing well. Do you see a pregnancy with me and Ida?
Brianna. Yeah, I do. I'm sorry I took so long. I do. But the motivation behind this has got to come from both of you. There seems to be somebody's not quite, in this as much as the other person. So I want you to really think about it. You're both committed, because there's too many single parents. Too many. So, but I do think it's on. It's on. Maybe the next 7 weeks.
Next question is from Jerry on behalf of Arifa, but I believe Arifa is watching. So Arifa asks, I've had a boyfriend for 2 months and fell heavily in love with him. We broke up because he changed so much. We're not talking anymore, but I still have deep feelings for him. How do I move on?
That's it. What's her name? Aretha?
Arifa.
Hello, baby. How do you move on? I don't even know why I'm looking at the cards. Okay. You must understand something, that when you're in love, you know, everything is happy and you got butterflies and you're delighted and you glow, don't you? Oh, he's phoned me. Oh, and you phone each other 20 times a day. Good night, good morning. Oh, did you think about me? All that stuff. The trouble is when it doesn't work out, you get the exact opposite. You start to hate the phone. You look at the phone. Is he going to phone? You go past his work. You know, and it's the way of balancing out. That what you can't do is sit and wait for the phone. Oh, he's going to. Don't do that. Okay. You've got to keep busy. That is the. That's the trick, is to keep busy, and if it try not to sit still. That's the important thing. It does get better. Okay, I've got to tell you that. Here's what I'm going to say to you. He was too young for you, too immature, and I don't care if he was older than you. Okay, he was too immature. He couldn't handle problems, okay, and I think he treated you almost like his mother, and I don't like that because it's not fun. So it's not your fault; it's his fault. I think he's too aggressive. I think he's too immature for you. So keep busy and delete him from your phone. Very important. Delete him. Okay, keep busy. You'll find somebody, by the way, because I'm telling you, if you don't know this, you are a very attractive girl. Okay? Please know that. Gets better, babe. Gets better.
Right, moving on to YouTube. Kira says, hello Paul, how will the test be on Thursday?
Kira, hello. Thursday. I need four has come up 3 times. Okay, I think you need 4 hours of study between now and, if you could do 4 hours a day, that'd be great. That's a lot. But 4's come up 3 times. I do think you're gonna ace it, is what I want to say. But it requires work today up until Thursday. But you should do well, okay? But I need you to put in a little bit of effort.
Next question is from Angie, who says, hi Paul, do you ever see me completing a PhD in my lifetime? Thank you.
Angie, hello baby. It's quite a thing, PhD. Quite a thing. I would say this, that if the finances were available, that possibility does exist. It's a very expensive degree, very expensive, and the books are stupid. So I would say this, that 6 has come up, whether it be in 6 years' time or 2006. But I do feel that if that is your goal, and the financial gods are in your favor, then I can say yes, highly likely. But I don't want you to start the PhD without and starve, okay, or get through the first year and can't afford the second year. See, but highly possible.
Next question is from Clara, who says, "Hello Paul, I hope that you are well. My dad's been really cranky the past few days. What is up with his behaviour?" What is up with him?
What's up? Dads get cranky. Don't worry about it. Okay. He's got a problem. I think it's money. I think there's a money situation, concern around Dad, and it's irritating him. Also, his legs, I don't know if his knees are a problem, or he's got arthritis, or something's aching. That's irritating him too. But I think he's fundamentally upset about money. But he gets over it, okay? Just bear with him. Bear with.
Next question is from Coco, who says, "Hello Paul and Shay. For no reason these days I do not feel mentally well and I'm struggling to do things. What is the reason for this?"
Coco. There is activity in the stars. Planets are having relations. So it's a strange time. Also, the seasons are starting to change, which is a thing. Seasonal sickness. But I just think you're a little bit bored with the routine. There's no fizz in your cola. There's no fizz in your Pepsi. It's still sweet, but you just got no fizz. So in times like that, you have got to attack. And a simple way is to stay off caffeine. I know that sounds funny. Try and cut back on caffeine and increase on fruit juice or the water. I think a little bit of a detox from all the stress you've had might do you the world of good.
This is a very good question.
Oh!
From Lemon, who says, "My friend is very egotistical these days since he started to take care of how he looks, and he recently wanted to cut me off. Probably thinks that he's better than me. Now that he's cool and he's trying to act like a victim, how should I react?"
How should you react? Well, you act honestly. That is the, to be friends with you, Lemon, we don't need ego, we don't need a big head, we don't need a show off. And I think you need to point that out to him. It doesn't wash. And unless he starts to be humble, and he's not going to be your friend. That's the problem. Your friend's not because of him taking care of himself, because he was nice in the past. and he seems to have forgotten that. So it needs to be pointed out, and I think that this is not going to iron out, by the way. So you can either approach it and say, listen, get off your high horse, or you can just cut him off and let him wallow in his victim mode. I cut him off.
Okay. And I'll make this the last question on YouTube and then we'll move on. Miriam, who says, hello respected sir and beautiful Shay. Thank you so much, Miriam, that was very sweet.
Thank you.
She says, I'm feeling very low and depressed and my energy is very sad. When will my happy time start?
Oh, baby. Well, stop feeding the sadness. You're going to say, what? Stop feeding it. How do I feed it? You feed it by thinking about how sad you are. Okay? You have got to change the way you spend your time thinking about sad. So, music, exercise, okay? Less time inside, less time on the phone, okay? And in these sad times, we think, you know, when we're down, we think of the ex-lover, we think of the way our father used to beat us, we think of debt, we think of blah, 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 blah. But in these times, I want you to be grateful and show gratitude. It might be an idea to say a prayer, meditate, read the Bible, or whatever religion. Okay, it's in those down times that we can grow. Stop feeding the sadness. Stuff the past. It's gone. Stop feeding it. Okay, but I can tell you that even though your emotions are running high, you do deserve happiness and perhaps romance. But in order to attract that, you've got to smile and be happy more. Okay, so stop thinking about the sad. Start being grateful to the Almighty, and start getting out and about more. It's going to happen, but they don't want a sad Miriam. They want a happy with fizz. Fizz. Get your fizz.
Moving over to Facebook, Norma Swazi says, hello Paul, good evening. My husband and I decided to end things and I've lost my job. Will I ever get my life back or even get a proper life?
Oh wow. Well, yeah. That's, you start again. Okay? You start again. And you know, you've lost the marriage, you lost your job. So you would think that's the end of the world for you. It's not. It's the end of that situation. Okay? You weren't happy in the marriage. So don't think, oh, you were, because you weren't. All right? You weren't happy in the job. I know it. You weren't happy. You will pick up. It's going to take some time. It's going to take some effort. But you're going to do this. The next 3 months show you rebuilding your life, my baby. You can do it. You can do it. I know it seems that you can't. You can do it. It doesn't get worse than this. You're at the rock bottom now. You feel like you're at rock bottom. So what happens, like when you dive into a swimming pool, right? You get to the bottom of the water or the pool, and you go, oh, I'm down at the bottom. So now we kick and we come back up. Okay? You're going to surprise yourself. You may have to move. Okay? And new surroundings, new beginnings. So I believe you can do it. I think you're strong. I think you're very strong. And I wish you all the luck in the world, baby.
So the Monko says, good evening, Paul. I trust that you're doing well. How are my business prospects looking this week?
Okay. Middle of the month. It's always a strain. I think it picks up. I think it's going to be quiet this week. But I think the weekend is going to be better for you. There might be a big sale on the weekend, but this week very slow. And if you're in South Africa, the weather's a bit funny, the wind and blah blah blah, but it's getting warmer. So I think you're in for a good weekend.
Mariana asks, will my son recover well from surgery?
Mariana, hello baby. Your son had surgery, poor guy. When he come? He's got some work to do. And he's probably got an 8-week journey before, I don't want to say fighting fit, but we're touching November before he starts to feel stronger and back to his old self. But I think into next year, he gets a lot stronger and he should recover.
Next question. Another sad question. Lindsay asks, is there a light at the end of this tunnel, parentheses, mental illness?
Lindsay, hello.
People are really struggling on this.
No, but I tell you what, people do not understand the severity of depression. It's a monster. It's not like having the blues and being in a bad mood. It's a monster. And you get different levels. You get, I think there's 5 levels. And the top one is where we jump off the building. And we can't take it all. All right, so it's a monster. If you are not on medication, and a lot of people go, oh, I'm not taking medication. You take it. Okay, if you're not on medication, then you need to be on it. Okay, it dries up the tears, so it's harder to cry, fundamentally. And it picks up the serotonin in your brain. Now, serotonin makes us feel okay, right? It doesn't make us high, it just makes us balance and feel okay. So in order to get a natural serotonin, level going, you need dark chocolate. That's one. You need to exercise. You need to cut out caffeine. Cut it out. Because, and that's colas and coffee. You'd be surprised. And you have, right, so if you can do that, that'll go a long way to helping the pills and your recovery. There's always light in the tunnel, but at the end of the tunnel. But, you have got to adjust. You've got to adjust. And the things that are upsetting you, various things. It could be spiritually. You've got demonic attack. It could be mental, you're scarred. Or it could be physical. And a lot of those areas need to be explored. If you're sad or depressed because you're lonely, then you need to get out and about. Okay? If you're sad and depressed because of the past, then you've got to stop thinking about the past. You've got to put up your middle finger to the past. There's no good thinking about your dad who used to beat you as a kid. It's no good thinking about your ex-lover who cheated on you. Now, it's gone. So you've got to stop thinking about that. Change your diet, and light is available to you. And a prayer for help and comfort goes a long, long way, baby.
And just to lighten the topic before we move on to also another heavy topic, Christine says, hello Paul and Shay, I hope you're both doing well. No question today, but a comment and a thank you. 2 months ago I asked if I would get a job after losing mine, and a specific job. He said yes, and in 2 weeks, I'm now in 2 weeks of my new specific job.
Oh, Christine, baby, thank you for saying thank you, and God bless you, baby. I think you are deserving. I'm not just saying that. I think you're a lady. To have manners like that, you can't buy. So you're a lady. That's the biggest compliment I can give somebody, a girl, not boy, to girls. If I called a boy a lady, it's not going to work. But thank you. God bless, and I wish you tons of success. Thank you.
Sarah says, hello Paul, how are you doing today? I was wondering why my family treats me the way that they do. I lived in the state of Maine, where I was happy for about 9 years. Now I've moved back to Arizona, my home state, where my family is, but they all treat me and my kids terribly. Thank you.
Okay, Sarah. That's terrible. What's the question? Why?
Why are they choosing her dad and her kids?
I think their nose is out of joint because you left, and there was no, essentially no bonding time with the kids. So I think they thought you just up and left, and but yeah, I think the punishment is a bit severe. I really do. Your ex, or the father of the children, I think is very, very involved in their decision to put you and the kids through a hard time. You know what? If I'm going to share something that happened to me. Okay, with my girls, I was getting a terrible attitude from parents. Terrible, where they favoured one against the other, and they ridiculous. I cut them off completely, and a lot of people have knocked me for that, but I feel better without the drama. I feel better without the politics, the red tape, and cut them loose. Okay, if you can move, I would move. Because the kids do not need to be treated hard enough to be treated in that fashion. I would move away. Sarah, I wish you luck, baby.
Last 4 questions of the evening, and then we have to sign off. Jess says, hello Paul, it's really good to see you. I feel suffocated because things are not happening for me. I feel like a failure many times.
No.
Do you think there will be a day when this difficult period is over?
Jess, you're not a failure, baby. Don't think, we fail at things all the time. Make a cake. This morning I made coffee, right? And I put it on another counter, and then I knocked it over, right? That sort of crap happens, baby. But I don't, and then I did something else. I forget what it was. I tripped over something, right? And I was, like any old grumpy old man. But it doesn't make me a failure, okay? It doesn't, all right? You're sad, I know that. You're down, I know that, okay? But you're very, very aware, and that's adult. You're aware. You're very lovable. You do know that. Very lovable. You're cute, and you're going to get through this. There's a turning point coming for you, Jess. And I'm not just saying that, I mean it. Okay? And if you say failure one more time, I'm going to put you over my lap.
Next question is from Rafira, who says, good evening, Paul. I have a couple of career offers and I don't know which one to go for. Can you please advise?
Rafila. Hello, baby. Hello. That's nice to have choice. Nice to have choice. Okay. Without knowing the choices, it's the one that you have to travel or it's further away. That's what I'd like you to take or consider. It's the one further away or it's more travelling. I do believe that is going to be the best choice. Nice.
Next question from Firefly, who says, hello Paul, in a new connection with an Aries, but I'm unsure if it will fizzle out or friend zone. Where could it be headed? Thank you so much.
Firefly, hello. Aries. Very strong star signs. Star sign. Looking good, by the way. Not all Aries are difficult. I think this has got legs, Firefly. Needs a bit of work, a little... roles need to be defined in this. If Aries is... wanting to take the lead in things, then I think perhaps he be given that chance. But it's looking good. I don't need to rush it. I want it to grow. But it's got legs, Firefly. It's got legs.
And the very last question of the evening, also another sad question, is from Princess. He says, hi Paul and Shay, I hope you're both doing well. Will A and S last? I'm looking for closure as he really affected my mental health.
Princess, it's natural. It's natural to think that, why should they have all the happiness and you have all the sad? It's not fair. But I can tell you this, that relationships that start with cheating, okay, or infidelity, do not live happily ever after. Okay, I can tell you that now. That's the law, how it goes. Maybe 1 in 100 work, but 99 of them are not going to work. So let me tell you something. She is going to take him to the cleaners. What do I mean by that? She is going to take his wallet and his money. Okay, he's going to suffer very much. So don't think the gods have forgotten. Don't think he's going to lose financially, big time. So don't worry. And it's not going to last. If it lasts till January, it's going to be a long time. But he's going to be broke. So, to him.
And with that, unfortunately, that's been the Destiny Hour.
It's time to fly. Oh, how do you do it? Oh.
Two hands like this.
Okay, folks, it's time to fly. It was busy, wasn't it?
Very busy.
Lovely. I must apologise for not broadcasting on Thursday. Power outage. I just can't argue with that, so we were stuffed. I did want to say it's really affected me. The lady from Maine going to Arizona, taking the kids back. That's really hurt me because it's close to the bone. And I can tell you now, get the kids out of that situation. And what's coming more and more tonight, the theme is depression. Folks, it's a monster. It's an absolute monster. And people that don't understand or have never experienced it don't know what it's like. You have to be medicated. You have to attack this monster because it's attacking you. Okay, and I'm very strong. I'm also being a victim of this, believe you me. And severe, by the way. Okay, severe, not messing around. So I know what I'm talking about. Okay, you have got to change your outlook. You're being attacked, folks, with depression. Okay, you've got to fight back. It's a monster. Okay, you fight back spiritually. You fight back physically with diet, and you fight back mentally by saying, no, no, no. I am worthy, I am good. It is a fight, but it's a fight you can win. Okay? And a lot of the time, the good Lord will be sending some spare angels just to help you through this. Do not discount that. The power of prayer, folks. The power of prayer will get you through. Fight depression. Please. God bless. Thank you, Shay. See you next week, folks.